Now, if we can have our next group come on up, John Birdsong from Wide Angle is going to recognize our growth and startup area.
Thank you. Get a hug, yeah. Hello, my name is John Birdsong, and I am very honored to be I'm very honored to be part of the TAG Sales Leadership Award board, and the last 2 years have been so much fun. We have a nice cadence of meetings, and they are joking. There's just a good vibe and good energy, and so hats off to Kyle and the leadership, and also all of the folks that make these meetings very enjoyable. We all know the meetings that people enjoy going to, and that culture has been created on this board. So hats off to TAG. My name is John Birdsong. We are a proud sponsor tonight, Wide Angle software for your one-on-ones. We've got hundreds of managers using our software for thousands of one-on-ones from Thomson Reuters, AT&T, IBM, and with our massive content marketing engine that keeps growing week over week. So we're excited. All right, enough about the boring stuff, and let's focus on, I actually had the very nice pleasure of introducing folks who I've known or are neighbors. And so I actually scrapped the script and spent an hour today just thinking about some of the leaders today who I'm going to be introducing. So Pete Mansell, let's get it up. Great. So Pete didn't have to do this. Pete didn't have to put a stiff arm to corporate established businesses. Pete's 20-year career spans stalwart enterprise business after stalwart enterprise business. He could be taking it easy with working on a few accounts and calling it a day, but he didn't. Instead, he jumped heads first in a SaaS company. Some people would call hurting millennials, but that's not true. He purposefully dropped the khakis and button-downs instead for the jeans and collared shirts. But not only did he decide to do it, but he single-handedly changed the culture. That includes a predictable, scalable machine. So before we applaud Pete, let's first applaud the courage he had to make the decision and push the limits. Pete, let's give Pete a round of applause. Mr. Derek Grant. Woo! Yes. Few sales leaders, check that, few leaders put their heart and soul into every coaching moment, like Derek Grant. He cares, which makes you care more. Trace his story back over a decade, and you'll find amazing businesses, endless quarters of quotas hit, and more jokes than a court jester. We know that. But most importantly, you'll see a legacy of managers in the room leading new teams. You'll see a sea of seasoned sales reps proving to themselves that they care just as much as Derek Grant. Derek Grant, let's give you a round of applause. And then Ian Stewart, where's the QA team? All right, they must be making dials to the West Coast. So Ian, some sales leaders don't need the stage. These leaders come to work every day, put 100% in each and every moment. In the simple, effective words of Bill Belichick, these leaders, they just do their job. Few outsiders would know the caliber of Ian's work because he's focused on executing. And next thing you know, Ian looks up at the scoreboard and he's gone from 1 million to 15 million in the span of 3 years. He's thoughtful, curious, and a very sincere manager, sales manager, with an assassin's focus on executing. And in our world, that goes pretty far. So Ian embodies those traits, and I want to give Ian a big warm round of applause. So all three are gonna go through. Let's Payman, sir! Oh, yeah. Well done, Pete. Congratulations.
Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. What a just humbled by that. Thanks very much. It's been 20 years of grinding it out quarter after quarter, and I am very grateful for those around me that really helped develop me and coach and mentor me throughout my career. Just great men and women that were fantastic leaders along the way. And I'm very thankful for my team. Thankful for my wife, who's put up with me for 60 quarter ends, which is not an easy thing to do. And most of all, just to be amongst all of you, fantastic leaders in the community. It's a great honor. And overall, I just ask that each of you take on that responsibility to mentor up the next group of sales leaders as well. So, Derek, you asked me how I enjoyed, working for a startup, and I enjoy the energy and the willingness to learn, and kind of like, yeah, just tell me what to do and we'll go execute on that. So it's fantastic, and you don't always get that in large enterprise. So once again, thank you, and I certainly very much appreciate it.